All right. So the number one, number one is you must discover your purpose. You must discover your purpose. I always tell people, your purpose is not it's not something you decide to do. Sometimes people come to me and say, hey, Ralph, so what's my purpose? I just decide to do this thing. I decide to get in business. I decide to be, I want to become a musician. No, you your purpose is something you discover. And what's the process of discovering your purpose? I will ask you, if I was, you were sitting right here in front of me, I will ask you, tell me one of the things that you do effortless. Tell me one of the things that when you think about it, you get excited and you want to do it. Tell me one of those things that you can, do all night to the morning without even realize that you was up all night. Tell me that thing will make you get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. That's how you discover your purpose. Your purpose is not what people tell you that you are good at it. It's not what you think you should be doing, but it's what you do effortless. How does purpose work? I always like to illustrate this. Just let's think about the eagle. Let's think about the bird. The bird normally fly effortless. They don't make any effort to fly. That's who they are. Just like a fish. They swim effortless. They don't make any effort. But if you if you are jumping in a pool, I have to make a lot of effort to swim. But for them, it's effortless. It's just like for you and I. Just walk, breathe. We don't make any effort to breathe unless something is wrong with us. It's natural. So that's the first thing. That's the first pathway to start discovering your purpose. I have a friend who always want to be a doctor. He always want to be a doctor, and he always have this question. He said, Ralph, what do you think I should be doing? And I like medicine. That's where the money is and all that. But I don't know if that's my purpose, and I like to listen to him. This guy is the type of guy. I don't want to mention his name because you may all know him. This guy, if he knows that you need help, he'll be there for you. He'll be there to listen to you. He'll be there to assist. He'll be there. He'll do everything to make sure he assists you. If you call him at midnight, he'll be there. And I asked him, what really, really, really ticked you? He said, I'm just so happy. If if you ask me to help, if you ask me to assist and all that, with reward and without reward, I will gladly do. I would say, wow. But and the key here is that he said, well, when I'm going to the hospital to work for money, sometimes that's not what I want. But when I take a trip, this is him saying. He said, when I take a trip, and if I need to go to another country and help people, help poor kids and all this, I mean, it really make me feel good. I spend my own money to go help people. I can drive 2 hours away to go help a friend who need my help. And this was just a joke. I said, you may be a pastor because you do a pastor job. And believe it or not, today he have one of the biggest church here in the United States. Just like that. The medical field, he don't, that's not his thing. But his church just grows so easily. Why? He does this effortless. He likes to help. I mean, if you call him now and say, hey, he'll be there for you. You call him at midnight, he will answer and be there for you. So I don't know about you, but the question, ask yourself, what do I do effortless? Some people like to sing in the shower. Some people like to just sing. Some people like to cook. Whatever they put together, it gives you a very good dish. And some people will read a book, go to cooking class. Man, you taste of their food, you still find something wrong with it. Ask yourself to discover your purpose. Find out what you do effortless. Not what your dad think you should be doing, not what your mom say you should be doing, not what your friends are doing, but what do you do effortless? That thing that when you start talking about it, you can't stop. And you just keep going, going, going. It's because it's in you. That's who you are. That's your DNA. So figure that out and start expanding. Start working on it. That will be your purpose. That is what God actually placed in you. That's how when God created you, He gives you that potential to solve certain problems here. I hope you learned something. And let's move to the next one.